Hi, this week's episode is all about the power of self-confidence. Really excited to be talking about this with you today because I've got 5 steps for you to build your self-confidence. The 5th one, by the way, is a real superpower, so stick around for that. Let's get started. Hi, this is Simon Phillips. Come for the learning on how to be a great change maker and stay just long enough to hit that like button. I'm just kidding. Or am I? So as I said, this week's episode is all about self-confidence. Now, self-confidence is that thing that we fear when we're in school. We worry so much that we're going to appear to be cocky or self-assured and actually it's all a facade and we're not that at all. We're crumbling inside. But the reality is self-confidence is something that is amazingly beneficial for the people around us. It helps them feel comfortable, it helps them relax, it helps them feel sure in themselves to be able to contribute and engage with us. So self-confidence is great for other people. It's also fantastic for us as well. It helps us feel like we can take on the world, we can do anything. And even when we're not sure we can do everything, we feel like we can at least take the next step. So I've got 5 steps for you, and as I said, that 5th one is a real superpower, but let me take you through the first 4 steps to get us going. And the first one is recognize the blocks to your self-confidence, because if you're not feeling very confident, it's usually down to one of 2 things. Either we are setting too high a standard for ourselves, or we just want to control everything and ensure that everything that we do is measured and understood and thought through, and there can be no room for error. But in this step, it's really important to move quickly. When it comes to setting too high standards, just ask yourself, why am I doing that? Who am I comparing myself to? The reality is, if you look out there, somebody who's maybe faster or quicker or more intelligent than I am, actually, it doesn't really matter. What matters is, what am I going to do? What am I going to put into something? So stop comparing. If you find yourself comparing at any time, ask yourself a valid question. What am I comparing myself to? Is that really a fair comparison? The only thing I ever compare myself to is my performance yesterday, and can I do better today? And linked to that is this sense of control, not wishing to step out and appear too confident or go beyond my comfort levels. And actually it comes back to that piece of self-judgment again. Stop judging yourself. Work out what it takes to do that next step and you'll be fine. The second step is to work out exactly what it is you want to do. In this assessment step, we can look at, let's say for example, I want to be fitter, or I've set myself a goal of being more physically fit and active. In this assessment step, all I'm doing is looking at my current fitness levels, looking at how I feel about my fitness and thinking about, so how would I like that to be different? What's the future fitness levels that I would like to achieve? But then I want you to ask yourself another important question, which is why? Why might you want to be more fit? Why might you want to be more healthy? Is it because you're comparing yourself to someone else and wanting to be more like them? Or is it from a personal perspective? Because if it can be personally driven, I'd like to be healthier because it will enable me to do more of the things that I love to do and more of the things that I enjoy. That's great. That's fantastic, because then I'm going to be self-motivated, and anything I achieve then is going to help me move forward confidently. So step 2 then is literally just to assess my current situation. Step 3 is to put a decent plan together. So it's okay wanting to be fitter, wanting to be healthier, wanting to read more and expand my learning around a specific topic. But if I don't have a plan, it's unlikely to happen. So just plan it out. What do you want to do? What sort of time frame? What is the simplest, most straightforward step that I can take today to start making it happen? that little bit of planning sets your mind to the idea of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm committing to, and I'm looking forward to taking the very first step. And this third step of planning should include that very first step, so that you don't come away from it thinking, I'll get around to that one day. I'm already started, I've already made progress against my goal. You're going to like the fourth step. The fourth step is relax. There's nobody as interested as you in the goals that you set for yourself. So just relax into it. Accept where you are right now. Accept that you've got a plan and you're going to try and stick to it, and then just go with the flow. Don't overthink it. Don't penalize yourself and be hard on yourself if you miss a step or you miss a day in your routine. Just decide, no, what I'm looking to do is this, and therefore I'm just making daily progress and I'll get there. As always, it's the process of getting somewhere that builds our confidence, not the achievement of it necessarily, but actually, in a way, the achievement starts to eat away at our confidence a little bit, because we then start to look at the next goal and the next possibility for ourselves. But the process is what builds our confidence. So just go with the flow, step into the process, make that first step at the end of your plan, and keep going until you feel like you're making some real progress. Okay, let's get to that fifth step. This is the real superpower. And when we've shared this with the people in our workshops and the people who attend our webinars, they sort of pause and say, is that it? Is that really all that you're asking me to do? 2 months later, 3 months later, they come back and say, thank you so much for sharing that, because this has made a real difference in my life. So let me get round to it. The fifth step in our 5 steps to becoming more self-confident is 3 letters, Y-E-T. I want you to introduce this word yet into your conversations on a daily basis. Because on a daily basis, most people are very good at telling us what they're not good at doing. They're almost experts at telling us what they're not very good at doing. So when I'm working with a coaching client and they say something like, oh, I couldn't possibly do that. I'm terrible at that. I'm useless at art. I'm useless at running, or I'm useless. As I said, the list just keeps building of things that we're absolutely useless at. Instead, I want you to add this little tiny word, yet, at the end of any of those sentences. So if you hear yourself saying in the middle of the sentence, I can't do it, immediately follow that with yet. Now let me tell you why this is powerful. By adding the word yet to the sentence, I can't do it, and it becomes I can't do it yet, it tells the brain this is achievable, and the brain will look for opportunities to make it happen. It will look for previous experience where I've achieved something. It will also look for examples in life where other people have achieved the thing that I can't do yet. And it sets the brain to look for opportunities to expand my skills. The other thing it does for the brain is it tells us, do you know what, we're all on this journey. None of us are perfect. None of us have all the skills and all the expertise that we feel we might want in life, but there's a journey to get there. And adding the word yet implies a journey. I will get there, I just haven't got there yet. In effect, it's setting that goal for ourselves. It's telling us, I've just turned this into a goal. If I do it the other way around, if I just say I can't do it, I'm closing it down immediately. I'm saying I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it because I can't do it. I'm creating that self-defeating loop. If I add the word yet, all of a sudden the world opens up. I've got an opportunity now. It's something that I can do. It's something that's achievable. It's something that I can get on a journey to creating. And of course, taking those first steps, recognizing it's a journey, recognizing it's achievable and that I can do it, is going to change my beliefs. Our beliefs are just made up of the thoughts that we have on a regular basis. Now, if the thought I have on a regular basis and the words that I express are limited to I can't do it, then of course our belief becomes, I can't do it. So this is a pattern interrupt. It's a insert that's going to change the way I think about this process, and all of a sudden I can't do this yet tells me that it's achievable. But in addition, if I say this all the time, my beliefs will change. Thoughts repeated regularly become beliefs, and therefore if I'm adding the word yet on the end of all these things that I say I can't do, my belief structure will become one of, I'm confident enough to step forward and give this a go. And that's why this becomes a real superpower, because I've transformed myself from someone who has very limiting beliefs to someone who has an infinite belief system about my own self-worth, my own potential, my own power, and my own ability to get things done. Just by adding that word yet to the end of a sentence will immediately increase your self-confidence. And that's what this is all about. That's why it's a superpower, because it works immediately. When we say we can't do something, it's usually stuck in that zone of comparing ourselves to others. And in comparing, we miss the opportunity to see in their true light our own many talents. I've said this many times, we're all unique. We have a unique perspective, we have unique DNA, we have a unique way of thinking about things, of seeing the world, of interacting with everybody around us, and the world needs to see more of that. So by adding the word yet, we're going to give the world an opportunity to see our unique talents. And my challenge to you this week is, how many times can you add the word yet to a sentence, and how often can you get out there and use your unique talents? I hope that's been useful for you. Do subscribe, hit that little bell, and I heard Russell Brand talking about this earlier. He said he might just get to feel that buzz in his pocket. But anyway, that's another topic. Hit the bell, you'll get notifications as to when I'll be back next week and see next week's video. Do leave a comment below and let me know what it is you're going to do first out of the 5 steps that I've talked about today. I look forward to catching up with you next week.